There are certain exercises we like to do in our program that we like to progress to and make them more reactive in nature. The box jump is one of them. We like to do a reactive step up. We also like to do a reactive lateral bound. There's other ones we like to do as well. Those are probably our big three. And so when you see the word reactive prior to, we want the movement to be as quick as possible. Think like a bouncy ball dropping off the ground. If you were to compare the way a bouncy ball drops and Play-Doh, they're both little balls. You drop that Play-Doh, it kind of hits the ground, might get a little bit of bounce, but it just kind of just dies. Where a bouncy ball hits and it springs up off the ground nice and quick. We want to be reactive. We want to be like that bouncy ball. So when you're doing any type of exercise that says reactive prior to, make sure that you are reactive off the ground before you go. Because when you think of speed, when you're trying to skate fast on the ice, yes, you want to produce as much power as possible. So every stride, you want to push that ice away and you want to project yourself. You want to get yourself as far up the ice as possible. That's important. Now, if that's done slowly at a low rate, so if you're producing force at a low rate, you're not going to be that fast, even if it is a lot of force. So we want to make sure that we are reactive with it. So to be as fast as possible, you have to think, how much force can I produce? And then how quickly can I produce that force? If you can have high levels of both of those things, then you'll be very fast on the ice. I'm gonna show you what these three exercises look like. So we have a reactive box jump, a reactive step up, and then a reactive lateral bound. The first reactive drill we're gonna do is that reactive box jump. When we think of producing power, or when we're doing a box jump, it's not how high that box is, how high we can jump, it's how high our hips are getting off the ground. So we need our hips to get up off the ground as high as possible, then we want to float down onto the box. The reason we use a box, it minimizes the stress the body is going under as it lands. If I jump as high as I can and I have to land back down on the ground, well, that's a big difference, and that's a lot of force that I have to absorb. That force has to go somewhere through my body, so it's a lot of stress on the body. So utilize the box so I can jump up, and then all of a sudden now my land is only a few inches as I come down. So typically when people do box jumps, they're here, they go down and they jump onto the box and then step off. So that is how much power I need to get up onto the box. Now, in order to make it reactive, we want to be as quick as we can. We want to react up off the ground, jump, spring up off the ground. Remember, be a bouncy ball. So I'm here, I'm going to drop down, and as soon as I hit that drop position, I want to get up onto the box as quick as possible. So I'm here, down, and I'm up. Always step up off the box. Once I'm ready to go, how quick can I drop in, hit the ground, don't spend time there, and then jump up onto the box. So that is our reactive box jump. This is our reactive step up. So I'm using a Reebok step here. If you don't have a step, a small plow box works, or even going to your local outdoor stadium and using the stairs there. You just need something that's about 6 to 12 inches high up off the ground. So I'm gonna start with my foot on the step, and rather than just pushing up and trying to produce as much power as I can, slowly I wanna react, I wanna punch up off the ground. So coming back to that bouncy ball analogy, I wanna be here, slightly lift my foot up, and I wanna punch in, and I wanna try and get up as high as I can. So I'm here, driving up, landing back down, resetting, slightly lifting that foot, punching up, landing back down. Being reactive, pick something you can drive up off of. This is how we progress so we can become more explosive on the ice. Another reactive exercise we like to do is the reactive single leg lateral bound. Skating is very unique where you got to push a little bit more lateral and behind to produce that power, where running is straight behind, driving through hips. So skating is unique, and so we got to develop that reactive lateral power, and this is the drill we like to use for that. So I'm going to bound out this way rather than just being on this foot and driving out as hard as I can and getting out as far as I can. I want to be reactive with that movement, and so I'm getting myself set. I'm actually going to stand on this leg, lift this leg slightly up, punch into that ground, and as soon as I'm punching into that ground, I want to get myself across as fast as I can. So I'm here, loading this leg, punching across, getting across, sticking the landing, and I'm gonna walk back. So I'm gonna stay on the same side with this one, punching across, catching. Now, you can do it alternating side to side. For this demo, we're doing single leg at a time. So once again, get myself set. I wanna lift this leg up, I wanna punch in and make sure I'm getting through full extension and get myself across as quick as I can. So one last time, driving across and catching. So that is our bodyweight single leg reactive lateral bound.